So on New Year's Eve, Ryan Seacrest, he still has a TV show.
Yeah,
and
he's a reliable blank.
Yes, and so he had on Green Day, who sings that song "American Idiot," which is a song I used to come out to a lot on tour.
Right.
And he changed some of the lyrics, and here, let's listen to it.
I want to what?
He said, "I'm not part of the MAGA agenda."
So is he an idiot or not?
So
what's the?
So what would the lyric used to be? Do you remember?
It used to be, and actually, if you think about it, the cultural snobbery was there. In the original lyric, it was, "I'm not part of a redneck agenda."
That's right. I'm not part of the redneck agenda.
It's really not much of a jump.
Yeah.
Right. It's still looking down on people.
That's called a real profile in courage, ladies and gentlemen. When you say you're not, that's called. He didn't mention that that Donald Trump's opponent, the MAGA opponent, is now committing a genocide or funding one in Palestine.
The song isn't that he doesn't want to be an idiot.
Right.
He wants to be an idiot.
So I think we finally know where all that green in Green Day is coming from, right? It's coming from the establishment, especially with this election right around the corner. So the band that refuses to become an American idiot is asking you to vote for a literal demented idiot instead.
Well, you know, it's funny. American Idiot was very much an anti-George Bush.
Yeah, right. That's exactly what it was.
There are a lot of lyrics that directly reference President Gasbag and the war in Iraq.
This is always an Elton John, Goodbye, English Rose, interchangeable song.
Yeah, no, it was an attack on the Bush administration. And now Bush is a hero among the liberal class.
Yeah, they
no
love
mention of these people.
They love George Bush. Now they hated him. They hated him like they hated Trump, and all he had to do was say January 6th protesters were undermining democracy and they were terrorists, and then the liberal class embraced him.
Well, he gave Michelle Obama some gum.
And he gave up.
That was really the turning point.
Yeah.
I got some great song ideas for them. How about here's one. I do what my leaders tell me. I let the president smell me. I'm as punk as Punky Brewster on TV.
Come on, ABC, clean it up.
I let the president smell me.
I want to be inside when it comes time to hide. Turns out the system's been nice to me. Fans leaving me en masse. The song is kicking my own ass. Guess I found out how wrong my song could be. So that's just some lyrics that I'm offering to Green Day that could be put into that song.
Who would still be into Green Day in this day and age? That was like chick punk rock when I was in high school. That was like pogo. You'd look down on it. But now those women are in their 40s. I guess wine ants. Here's
what Viva Farai, friend of the show, says. I would love to simply ask Billy Joe, that's the guy who sang that, what he thinks of what the MAGA agenda actually means. Also, by changing your lyrics to I'm not part of a MAGA agenda, you make yourself part of the agenda. Just the shilling, whoring side of the establishment agenda. Exactly like when Dolly Parton absolutely violated her classic Jolene song by changing the lyrics to vaccine.
Is that I thought that was a joke.
No,
no, that's real. That's real.
Are you here?
Well, hey, it's me. I'm finally going to get my vaccine. I'm so excited. I've been waiting a while. I'm old enough to get it, and I'm smart enough to get it. So I'm very happy that I'm going to get my Moderna shot today. And I wanted to tell everybody, I think you should get out there and do it too. I even changed one of my songs to fit the occasion. It goes, vaccine, 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 vaccine. I'm begging of you, please don't hesitate. Vaccine, 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 vaccine. Because once you're dead, then that's a bit too late.
Once you're dead, that's a bit too late. Just like a classic sociopath, they don't know where to put the laugh in. They put the laugh in the wrong place.
Well, just they laugh advertising.
Well, they laugh where a laugh doesn't belong. And then they also get angry out of nowhere, too. And I don't know if you know, but her CIA handler left his walkie-talkie right there.
Do you know she has full, sleeve tattoos on her arms?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was like a big yeah. I think Roseanne spilled it years ago, but she told us at Thanksgiving, and we looked it up. She does. She covers them.
Oh, also nipple rings.
And now it gets worse. She goes on. Listen to what she says.
No, I'm trying to be funny now, but I'm dead serious about the vaccine. I think we all want to get back to normal, whatever that is, and that would be a great shot in the arm, wouldn't it, if we could get back to that. But anyhow, I just wanted to encourage everybody, because the sooner we get to feeling better, the sooner we are going to get back to being normal. So I just want to say to all of you cowards out there, don't be such a chicken squat. Get out there and get shot.
So she's trying to find all these words that will hurt us and manipulate us. Coward, chicken squat. And she's talking about an experimental medical treatment that usually takes 10 years for them to find out if it has negative effects, if it hurts more than it helps. Usually 10 years. And she wants you to not do that. And
I think she's even thinking about it. Moderna. First of all, I got Pfizer at least. Moderna, that's ad copy. Then you put your own spin on it. We were thinking, sorry.
If you don't want to put an experimental vaccine in your body, you're just a big pussy.
Yeah, she's about it. She's a bigger hero for the working classes. Kamala Harris is for the African American community.
Keith Olbermann said the same thing. I saw at least 3 or 4 of them be like, "You must be a coward."
You're scared.
Not to get it.
You're scared.
Well, that was Olbermann's whole thing.
I'm like,
afraid.
Yeah.
Afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you be afraid?
Hey, we're on the Rumble side of the fence now.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
We are a Rumble. My God, I forgot.
If I had it to do over again, I would not have gotten it.
I would have got a fake card.
I would have got a fake card.
I would have got yes. If
but
I
I did at the beginning,
definitely.
and I say there. So I think that there is shame, and I am ashamed that I fell for the propaganda, and I got but the real shame is in the people who still won't admit it now. Right? The people who still smear me on Twitter and Facebook and everywhere else, people who still slander Joe Rogan over it, even though he was proven right at every turn. The people who lied to you wasn't Joe Rogan or Jimmy Dore. The people who lied to you was Fauci, the FDA, the CDC, NBC, CBS, Stephen Colbert, Anderson Cooper, Rachel Maddow, fake tough guy Lawrence O'Donnell. Those were the people who lied to you about this. It was Rolling Stone magazine. It was the New York Times. It was the Washington Post. It wasn't Joe Rogan. It wasn't Jimmy Dore. Those were the people who lied to you. And they just can't wrap their head around it that they were lied to. And that they were
think about that now because Trump. So
that's right.
Yes, or whatever problems there were. Sure, I suspect in it. I'm not going to get all 8 of my shots that I should have now. Maybe up to 9.
I was at a Christmas.
I know people.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know
sure
people
you
who just
both
got.
too. Yeah,
I was at a
showing
Christmas
their
party.
Band-Aids on their social media.
I was at a Christmas party, and the host was like, "I just got my booster, and I feel great."
Yeah.
And I'm like,
what number booster was it?
Okay, I didn't ask him what the number was, but
I'd ask what number and make him feel bad if it's not 8.
Yeah.
You should get the other one then if you feel good.
Why are you skipping?
You a coward?
So there's
Well,
you
can see the whole psyop that they ran on people. For some psychologically vulnerable people, it triggered a lifelong OCD.
They were already New York. I told you, dude. You're in New York. I know 3 people who've all told me they're the first one to ever have been given Prozac. And any one of them could be telling the truth. They're that kind of New York hypochondriac. Right. Well, mother gave me it first, and and they're all messed up. They're all OCD maniacs.
It's such an unhealthy environment. You know,
they're like John Mulaney, Nick Kroll characters from those New York guys. Like, hello, those old men that live in New York forever.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of those people that are like Joy Behar's thing. It's almost like the royalty thing of like, I don't want to breathe poor people air, but you just slowly dress it up as it's like science to you.
Well, getting back to the Green Day, which is what started. First of all, here's what Johnny Lydon says. He says, "I never thought I'd live to see the day when the right wing would become the cool ones, giving the middle finger to the establishment, and the left wing became the sniveling, self-righteous, twatty ones, going around shaming everyone." And that's the guy from the Sex Pistols.
I never thought I'd be called right wing when I'm not right wing.
Right. I can't believe it.
Well, that's why the right wing, for the first time in my life ever, is producing comedy that's sometimes funny.
Yes.
Babylon Bee is
funny.
More consistently funny than The Onion at this point.
Yeah.
And when I was coming up, that was an oxymoron, right wing comedy.
That's right.
No
I
way.
used to say there's no such thing as where's the opposite of Jon Stewart? They tried it. They tried a guy on Fox. Of course, it was a big loser.
Who was that?
But now they got Greg Gutfeld, who actually is slaughtering all the Jimmy Kimmel, the late night, all of them. Greg Gutfeld slaughters all of them. He's the #1 late night host, and he's doing comedy.
Well, because whoever the censorious ones are, they're always going to be a good target for comedy.
Yeah.
And it used to be, it was the Jerry Falwells. It was those people. You made fun of them. Now it's, these
It's
woke
lazy
fanatics.
to make fun of the people who I like and not the people I don't like. That's called lazy. Can't you think of something to say to make this thing that, like Mike said, the thing you don't understand the thing, it doesn't make sense? You're lazy. You got to do the work to make that real to you.
And so what they're doing is going after Donald Trump there. And so what Donald Trump is pretty close to the Hamas of American politics, because he was invented by the opposition, the establishment, to validate their own existence.
Gain of function.
Yeah. But of course, the COVID vaccines are safe and effective, Kurt. And although they won't stop the transmission or contraction of the virus, they certainly will slow it.
And they slow the spread of white supremacy as well.
And they slow this. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. And they certainly keep you from being seriously ill, hospitalized, or dead. They're fantastic. Come see us do a live stand-up show. We'll be in Venice, California, Palmdale, California, Omaha, Des Moines, Milwaukee, Lansing, Bend, Oregon, Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Washington, Boston, Massachusetts, and we're going to Europe. Do you live in Europe? We're going to be there. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for all those tickets.